Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do this look right here. It's kind of a joker. I don't really know where I was going with it because I kind of want to do Pennywise at the same time. So I did kind of a girly version of that, I guess you could say. Now, what I do in this tutorial and the lashes I use and all the products I use, of course you do not have to use them. I use a lot of good dupes just because I'm not going to go and spend out a lot of money, and I don't want you guys to either. So if you're interested to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. And also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you don't like these videos or just watch them, whatever the heck you want to do. And I'll also leave all the products I use today listed down below. I will include brushes, primer, everything like that, like I usually do. Everything will be down below. And if you want prices, of course I'm going to give them like I have in every single video of mine. So yeah, keep on watching.
And I did want to mention this super quick. No matter if you're doing an everyday look or a really glam makeup look for anything like Halloween or something like that, you always want to remember to moisturize and prime.
So since I'm doing a clown, but I want it to be more girly and more looking alive other than the clowns that are all white out, I'm going to just go in with my normal foundation, maybe a shade or two lighter if you'd like, but most likely I'm just going to go in with my bright shade.
And for my foundation, I'm going to go in my Fenty Beauty in shade 210, and this is the brush I'm going to use. And of course, after I lay it all out with my brush, I will then go in with my beauty blender.
Never put the foundation on top of your eyelid or right under your eyes, just because that will cause the wrinkles to come out into the foundation and onto the surface of your skin. And just because I want to brighten up my high points of my face a little bit more, I'm going to go in with both concealers, my Rimmel London 125 and my Kat Von D shade 9. And really quick, I want to say that if you want to look more dead, since your foundation is a lot lighter, your concealer is a lot more light than your foundation already, you can put your concealer all over your face if you'd like.
So now that all that is fixed, go in with your concealer brush, or really I use the same foundation brush, and just go in and spread that around. And honestly, there is no real technique. You just need to make sure that whenever you do put concealer on your face, it all evens out into a good skin tone. Yes, you're brightening, but make sure you're not too white with it.
And since you are technically dead, when you want to contour your face, it's best if you go in with a gray or maybe even a black if you'd like. But if you do a brown, you kind of look like you just got out of the sun or something like that. It's kind of what it's made to be. So it's better to use a gray or black. Now this, I'm going to use two brushes. 9 times out of 10 when you use your contour, you're going to just use one brush. And that brush will mainly look like this one. But since you're going in with a shadow this time, you kind of want to pick it up with a regular shadow brush. Most likely a blending brush, or at least that's what I'm going to use today. And then you want to blend it out with your other brush. So I'm going to take my Naked Smoky palette.
And in my smoky palette, I'm going to take the color Password. Now I did want to mention this right here. Since it is a shadow, it can be a little blotchy, but just take your time with it. You shouldn't rush this process just like you wouldn't with any other contour or bronzer. So keep the same ordeal, just make sure it's gray or whatever color you like.
Since your clown is going to be as glam as possible, you still want to cut your crease. Cut your contour as best you can. Now a lot of people don't like a really cut contour, but for this, just take the exception for now. Now this, you're still going to do the same thing you always do. You're going to go back in with your translucent powder, which I'm going to use my Kat Von D as like always, and it is my holy grail. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to make sure this is a sharp point because this is kind of muddy looking, but you are using an eyeshadow instead of using an actual contour, so it's okay. But make sure, as long as you're going to do that, make sure you're going to cut it. Now for this look, I'm going to do a cut crease. Now what I mean by that is it can be a lot more difficult than most looks, but I'm going to actually go in and cut the crease around, and I want to make this a little bit more dramatic, so I'm most likely going to do some pinks and some purples. Now, as always, you want to set your eyes. I personally set my eyes with translucent powder. You can set it with eyeshadow if you'd like. It's up to you, but I'm going to do as I always do, and that's translucent powder. And while your eyes are baking, go ahead and put on your eyebrows. Now, you want to make them a little bit more arched than usual, just because a clown always has those expressions on his or her face. The smile's always there, and the eyebrows are always lifted on, no matter scary, funny, whatever kind of clown it is, it's always like that. This part may be a hit and maybe a miss, but since I kind of do, as I'm feeling this, I want to make my face a little bit lighter, I'm going to go in with baby powder.
And the main reason why I'm doing the baby powder is because it's cheap, inexpensive, and it's going to do the same thing as a translucent powder does. It may not set and soak up the oils as a translucent powder does, but this is just a clown look. You're not really going to need that, and it's really white, so it's going to add that kind of dead look to your skin.
So now I'm going to take the shade Sandbar in Colourpop right here, and this is going to go in my crease. I'm going to take this brush. It's a dense brush, but it also is a blender at the same time. This is just going to set it all, and then we'll go in with another blending brush to fix it.
Now with a cut crease, all you literally do is put the shadow of the color you want and cut your crease.
So then I'm going to take my Tarte Unicorn brush, and I'm going to blend this out.
And you just want to keep building until you get that pop of color you want. If you want it to be a light shade, you can, but I want mine to be very bright.
And at first, don't pick up any product with this brush. Just blend it out, and then after a few layers of blending, then pick up some more product. So now I'm going to start picking up product with the Unicorn brush. And if you see I'm putting pink on the bridges of my nose, just because this is going to give me some more definition. And I also wanted to say this, if your cut crease is really getting messy, that is why you have concealer to fix all of this. So now I'm going to take this shade right here in my 35P palette, and this is going to go on top of that pink, but not completely on it. It's just going to be kind of underneath it, but blended out to it. And also, if you get some on your eyelid, that is why you have concealer, because when you conceal it, it's going to wipe that all away. So now I'm going to take a black shade, and since it is a more intense color than all the other ones, you're going to need to take a really tiny brush, and I'm going to take this one right here by the Real Techniques, and this is going to go right on top of the crease, just to add a little bit more definition. And then take that Tarte Unicorn brush and blend those all together again. So basically all you do with the cut crease is blend, 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 blend. And you of course want to shape out your look that you want. But once you have it shaped out, you pretty much just grab a brush and blend. Now for me, this is pretty much all I want to do. I don't really want to do a lot with the eyes yet. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this and put that bow. And what I mean by cut, I want to go ahead and put my concealer on my eyelid. But to make sure you don't mess up as bad or even really bad at all, you want to take your best concealer, which is going to be my Kat Von D and my Rimmel London. Sometimes I'll mix them, but for my eyelid, just because I want a full coverage lid, I'm going to use my Kat Von D. And then to make sure you're getting it just right on your lid, you want to go with any flat brush. So I'm going to take this with my concealer and I'm going to put this on my lid. So that is how you cut crease. Now it is a little messy. Go back in with your brush again and just fix it up. And I honestly really like this pink going this way, so I'm going to more take the pink out and blend it, because that to me just was really messy and I didn't like that. So this just allows me to kind of add like a contour to my nose. So I'm going to go off camera really quick and I'm going to put on my eyeliner and I'm going to be right back. So this part can be the most difficult part. It is making a triangle up here and down, because it's going to lead down here and here. This is going to be kind of like a mix of Pennywise the Clown and a little bit of just glam. You don't really have to do this part. You can, but 9 times out of 10, a clown is going to have this one look. Don't have to do the rest of what I'm going to do, but this is one part you're going to want to pay attention to.
So now you're just grabbing the same pink and making that triangle up to your forehead. You don't want to hit the hairline, but that's up to you. You make the triangle as big as you want and as small as you want. And then you'll go in with the purple in the middle. You always want to use the same exact shades you use in the eyeshadow look already. And once you've added some purple, you want to get a blending brush of any kind. I'm going to use my Tarte one that I used earlier in the look and just blend the pink and the purple together more. So you just want to continue blending as much as you can and then go underneath the eyebrow and connect it to that cut crease we made earlier. And make sure here it's still blended and not as harsh. So now you're going to take that hot pink color and you're going to put that underneath your eye.
And then you want to blend this down and keep that triangle going. And you want to stay really heavy up under the eyes, but the lower you get down, you want to go very light. I know in this look it doesn't like I went that light, but I did.
So now you're just taking that purple and doing the same thing you did above your eyebrow underneath your eye.
But I'm going to take this color in the Sephora.
But just make a circle on the tip of your nose. So now for my lips, I wanted the outside of my lips to be purple and the inside of my lips to be hot pink.
Show me all the places I've never known.
So now once you got your lip all rounded out, we're going to go in with that hot pink again and fill in the center. Since we are doing kind of like a glam look of a clown, I'm going to add a sparkly pink in the center. The color I used was just some LA Colors, girl. It was in the color Lollipop. This is super pigmented and it was only like $1 at Dollar Tree. So now this can be the hard part. You're going to add lines onto your smile.
Now honestly, with adding the smile lines, the best tip that I can give you is to make sure your concealer is on standby, because you are bound to mess up and that is okay. Just make sure your concealer is by you, that way you can cut it out the way you want it to be. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize for it now. In this next clip, I'm going to come back and look almost completely different. It is because my camera died. So I am sorry, but I will explain it.
Okay, so I went ahead and I did my contour. I changed it to pink. I'm going to add a little bit more pink most likely, but I changed it to pink just because the gray was too dead for me. And since we added so many bright colors onto this, I wanted to make this whole look bright. Now in a minute, I'm going to go purple, pink, purple, pink, purple, pink. That's in a little bit. It's not right now. So right now, I'm going to connect these two lines. I started noticing when I put the purple and the pink, the purple and then the lipstick purple together, it turned out kind of bad. It kind of looks splotchy. So just watch what I do here, and then I'll tell you next what to do with when it meets the eyeshadow.
Up here, we're free.
And this is what I mean by have your concealer on standby. You will mess up. It's okay. Just make sure you have it there, and that way you can fix the lines right when they mess up. Now Pennywise had pretty straight, evenly curls on his smile, so make sure yours are just the same.
And I will say, out of the whole look, this can be one of the most tedious, and just because you want to make these as even as possible. Now, of course, you might not get them dead set even because these are kind of hard to get evenly, but you need to get the close you can. So what you want to go back in with your 35P palette or any purple, and I've been really digging in with this one, but we're going to take the black to meet the two together. So you'll place this right down here and kind of make it fade, and then go back in with that purple, and then just touch up if you may need. And then back in with your Real Technique brush and then blend it out, but with pink, because pink makes it like really pretty to me. And of course, this isn't something you have to do. this is something I was just like, I want to do pink, so I'm going to. So touch it up as needed. If you notice, this one did get a little bit wider, so just go back in and kind of cut a little bit because I honestly don't like the way this one looks. I like the thinner one, so just make that a little bit thinner. Oh, and I also went back in and I kind of added some glitters into where my pinks are just because I want it to be a little girly in a way. So now I thought this look is really coming together. I'm going to add some glitter glue, and this is going to go at the top right here on the edges of your triangular shapes on top of your forehead. And we're going to add some gems. Now these gems I got for 98 cents at Walmart, so no, you do not have to go outside and break the bank. Now I'm going to add the medium gems. I'm not going to add the tiny ones.
Now this part I don't think I need to explain, so I don't know why I explained here for like 3 minutes how to do it. You just put the glue where you want the gem at, and you just place it on your head.
So then go down, and I'm going to wear kind of this color shirt already. Go down and put the pink, the purple, pink, purple. And I'm going to use that contour brush I was using earlier, and it's just a Wet n Wild brush. And we will just dig into that pink. And just start doing this like so to your neck. Now you want to do spaces of where probably every time your purple is going to meet. So I'm going to use the same brush for my purple, just a different, of course, a cleaner one. And you're going to take this width and then there, and then that's where your pink will be. Now, of course, this does not have to be symmetrical. This is literally just a Halloween look. It is nothing too serious. So now it is time for that purple. And I will say I'm very disappointed in the purple because it really was not, every time I would put it somewhere, it would kind of disappear. And I don't know if it's because it reacted really bad with the pink. I don't know. But I'm not really a huge fan of it right now. And I love my 35P palette. Like, I use the purple all the time. So I don't know why. Same with the pink and the purple. Keep piling that pigment on. So these are the lashes I'm going to go in with. Of course, this is an empty box, but these are them, and I'm kind of nervous because I've never done lashes this big. And the last time I did these kind of lashes was on the burn victim look, and if you watched my last video, you know how that turned out. So I'm going to put glue on these real quick. They're not really thick. They don't really have a huge band on them. I mean, it's a decent sized band, but for the size of the actual lashes, it's actually kind of thin. And I like that in one of these because it allows me to do more. And they're not heavy. I like these. I actually do.
And that is pretty much it for this look. Just add your other pair of lashes and put on some last minute touches and you have your clown look.
So I decided to wear kind of a bigger shirt around the neck just because it's a girly look in a way. So I can't be wearing a t-shirt, and of course you can, but that's just my opinion. And I brought it down more. I also went in, I put more glitter here, and I put glitter in the hair. You can put your hair however you want. This is just how I see a lot of things. I've seen it on The Purge. I've seen it on, there's another thing on most Joker people. A lot of people put their hair down. A lot of people putting it up. I just did what I wanted to do, and this is what came out. The lashes, don't even want to begin about those. But they started to come on pretty well. They feel absolutely terrible. They keep getting caught in my eyebrow, but it is what it is. So yeah, I will leave everything linked down below. And I guess that is it for this tutorial. Bye, guys.